I began to watch cartoons, and as soon as I was old enough to read, I'd look at the credits and I'd see 3 names after I just heard 20 people.
Doing voices came to me as a sort of a childhood device of trying to win friends and influence people.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's just to go and play these different guys, roles that many people might question you playing in a live-action film, If they did Queer Duck the Musical, I'm not sure if they'd use me. Unless they use a lot of makeup.
I really have no idea how many voices I do. I'm like a utility infielder.
Greetings, Oscar. Greetings, Oscar. This isn't writing, this is just typing. Why don't they give us something substantial to read?
So it's Carrot Top, 402 and 403.
Here's the Wonder Bra for Mother Pig.
Raid!
I've got a swollen penis. I could crack walnuts with my butt. I can crack walnuts with my butt.
I'll be hearing that all night. Okay, great. Thank you.
I just hear somebody, and I either know right away if I can do them or if I can't.
Let me tell you a story. The year was 1964.
That's a sperm whale, to be sure.
The Starbucks and Zay bars.
Right!
I really started just noticing, not like I wouldn't say intensely studying his voice during the first scandal in '93 when he did his little speech from Neverland. I'll turn to my first Michael Jackson dialogue.
Page 46.
Page 46, I got you. Okay. You must be Queer Duck's parents.
Oh, did you just change? Whoa.
It's please don't judge me and keep me. It was very, very special and just very charming. And then when he did the Martin Bashir documentary, that really was where I found out exactly his speech pattern, because he said this one thing about, they said, well, Michael, Michael, you give them things at night like cookies and milk. Don't you think that's strange? What is? No, it's charming. It's charming. I give them warm cookies and milk. It's not sexual.
I'm playing Rosie O'Donnell and a plate. It's a plate I'm pretty excited about.
Listen, Zena, you do not want to get between me and the wedding cake. You're right. I better eat the whole thing. The trick is to unhinge your jaw like a python. Oh yeah, it hurts like a bitch.
I did Fry on Futurama, which is basically a 25-year-old version of me. Only, all this constant exposure to radiation is making me thirsty.
And I did Dr. Zoidberg, the crustacean that had all that cool meat hanging off of his face.
Probably the thing I'm best known for in the animated world is a show called Pinky and the Brain. I played the brain who had a somewhat Orson Wellesian sound to him. Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? We shall take over the world, my friend. Yes!
And I did the professor, Hubert Farnsworth. Good news, everyone! Good news. Bad news.
My name is Higgins. Higgins.
Yes, this is Zap Brannigan, master of sky, space, and time, and everything else in between. Oh yeah, and winner of this year's Modesty Award.
You find roots, and I'm not giving away all my secrets, but you find root sounds. Any impressionist, they'll find a root sound and something, oh, that's kind of a key.
I remember when I broke the code for Ted Koppel, which was in the mid-'80s, and I was watching Ted Koppel, and I suddenly realized I could base everything on the word issue. Because if you're watching Ted Koppel and he's talking about Mogadishu, that's an issue, and you might want to grab a tissue.
There was a character called Doug on Nickelodeon back in 1991, I think it was. And he was this very sweet and innocent kind of character. And he had a little dog named Porkchop. Ah!
I love that movie. It gave me tingles. Well, that's it. I guess it can't be changed. Thanks. Anywho, it's been a pleasure. Yours, of course.
Straight Doug. He is a hetero. Straight Doug. What could be better, oh? He breaks all the young girls' hearts. Ha! He drinks beer and belches and farts and gets kicks. Banging chicks. And he never sucks dick.
Hey, dude. ¿Qué pasa? She's hot. She's hot. I'd do her.
Come on down to Happy Land. Adults get in for kids' prices, kids get in for adult prices, and seniors don't get in at all. That's what makes it happy.
He was childlike, you know. Hey, Ren, will you button me? Hey, Mo. You know, it's like Larry. It's Larry. I feel like saying, hey, Mo. But it's a real amped up Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. You know, he'd be like, hey, Mo, there's too much sensible in the tree. And Stimpy was like, you know, hey, Ren. And Ren was like, you know, will you shut up, you fool? Yes, I shall kill you.
Raid! One week you're playing a megalomaniac trying to take over the world, and the next week they say, can you do a lobster but make him sound a little bit like James Cagney?
You're Fruity Fly, you're a hip jazz musician, Fly.
What's the buzz, cuz?
No. Okay, we're gonna go to 452. That's you as the doctor.
Lola was remarkably well preserved. We found quite a bit of formaldehyde in her bloodstream. Also Prozac, Xanax, X-Lax, Botox, Clorox, pretty much everything but blood.
Can you say formaldehyde as a flag?
Formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. Lola was remarkably well preserved. We found quite a bit of formaldehyde? Yeah, I was doing formaldehyde. Okay, formaldehyde. Lola was remarkably well preserved. We found quite a bit of formaldehyde. Shoot,
You're creating an original voice, so, you know, you could do a really bad Jay Leno. What's my beef, eh? But it doesn't matter. You're sort of getting that bombastic thing that you want, and give him a little how it goes sell, and then smooth it out and make it your own so people can't catch you at it. And that's an example of one of the characters I did for Phantom, who was a big sort of blowhard shock jock. Who is the Phantom and why can't I see him?
A lot of them start with my gravelly voice. I have a lot of texture in my voice, so a lot of times I'm asked to do little boys' voices.
You there, boy. What day is it?
Today, sir? Why, it's October 11th, National Coming Out Day.
I played Paul Reiser, but it was only from the waist down because I don't look anything like Paul Reiser. So I just did Paul Reiser. I said, hey, you know, I met these guys. They did Swing Blade. They came up to me. They gave me a script. They said, hey, we're not mad about you. We want to kill you, which I thought was very unusual behavior.
Finding a voice for a character is if someone shows you a picture, and it could be a stocky, big character, so you'd say, well, how do I create that physicality? Do I give it a low, sonorous tone? Or do I play against type and make them go, oh, stop!
I found this in the trash heap. Looks like that little girl from The Exorcist.
Your mother blows Nixon in hell.
I done found this in the trash heap. It looks like that little girl from The Exorcist.
Your mother blows Nixon in hell.
I done found this in a trash heap. Looks like that little girl from The Exorcist, don't it?
Your mother dates Nixon in hell.
Hi, it's Gator. I hate to bother you, but I didn't know who else to call. The love of my life is about to marry someone else, and I can't handle it.
If I get pulled over for speeding after this session, I don't hope the officer says driver's license, registration. I hope I just don't go, oh, okay.
It's one of those things that, we all get a talent or a gift, and mine just happens to be something that would have gotten me burned at the stake as a witch in the 17th century.